At 67, Thomas had never thought much about how long he might live. He took reasonable care of himself, ate decently, walked most days, and saw his doctor once a year. But a recent scare with his brother's health had shaken him. A heart attack at 70 out of the blue. It got Thomas thinking. Was there a way to know what his own body might be trying to tell him about his future? He didn't feel sick, but lately he noticed small changes. His grip seemed weaker. At first, he chalked it up to age, but when he struggled to open a jar he'd managed with ease just a year ago, he started to wonder. Research showed grip strength was a strong predictor of longevity. A weak grip could mean muscle loss and a decline in overall body strength, a silent sign the body might be aging faster than expected. Thomas also began to pay attention to his walking speed. At his annual checkup, the nurse casually timed his walk across the room. "Still quick on your feet," she said. He later learned that walking speed is one of the most accurate indicators of life expectancy in older adults. Slower walkers tend to have shorter lifespans because walking speed reflects heart health, brain function, and coordination. Another sign crept in quietly. He'd lost a bit of weight without trying. Some might see that as a good thing, but for older adults, unintended weight loss can signal hidden illness, muscle loss, or even early stage cancer. It was enough to make him book a more thorough exam. Sleep was another issue. He had always been a solid sleeper, but lately he was waking up more often during the night. Poor sleep, especially in older adults, can be tied to heart disease, cognitive decline, and a weakened immune system. His doctor suggested a sleep study to rule out apnea, which often goes unnoticed but severely affects health over time. Thomas also paid attention to his appetite. He realized he wasn't as hungry as he used to be. A drop in appetite could mean changes in digestion, hormone shifts, or even early signs of depression, all of which could shorten lifespan if left unaddressed. The doctor asked about his social life too. Was he staying connected with friends and family? Loneliness, surprisingly, is as dangerous to health as smoking or obesity. Thomas hadn't realized how much he'd withdrawn since retiring. Other signs were easier to ignore, like gum disease, which he'd had for years. But inflammation from poor oral health has been linked to heart problems. Even his skin, dry, bruising easily, was telling a story about blood vessels and nutrient absorption. In the end, Thomas didn't discover a ticking clock or a magic number, but he learned his body was speaking in quiet ways, offering clues about his future. By listening more closely, adjusting his habits, and staying engaged in his health, he realized he might not control how long he'd live, but he could certainly influence how well he lived from here on out.